If you've ever been looking for a completely wireless camera system, this video may be for you. Crazy Will here from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Reolink Argus PT with solar panel. It's a complete wireless security camera system. Now, if you watch my channel, you know I do a lot of security camera reviews, and I get a lot of offers that don't even make it to my channel. Even before I started my channel, I was big time into security camera systems, played with a ton of them, and recommended a lot and set up a lot for friends and family. I actually have a playlist that you guys can see right here if you want to see other security camera systems. So let's talk about the features of the Reolink Argus PT. If you have an internet connection, you just wire this solar panel up and then connect it to this. This has a built-in battery that'll last quite a bit of time, and if you have the solar panel feeding into it, it's been staying at almost 100%. It took several days for it to get to 100%, and it's been staying at 100% for the time that I've been reviewing it, which has been over a week. It has an HD camera, 105 wide viewing angle with a Starlight CMOS image sensor. You can see clear night vision up to 33 feet and colorful images even in poor lighting conditions. It has a pan tilt head, 355 degrees horizontally and 140 vertical. It has a digital PIR motion sensor supporting instant alerts even when recording to a micro SD card. That's right, you can put a micro SD card in this bad boy, which not a lot of companies let you do that. They want to base it on their cloud. Easy to mount and install both indoors and outdoors with weatherproofing. That's right, this is an outdoor camera. You can use this for the outdoors. So it has solar power and weatherproofing. It also comes with encrypted cloud service for your videos that'll go up to 7 days or 1 gigabyte. Now they do have other plans that range from different amounts of cameras you have, more days, and more gigabytes if you want to pay for a cloud service. So that option is available. It works with Google Assistant and it has a 2-year warranty. They have kits that you could buy. You could either buy the camera individually or the camera with the solar panel. I'd buy the kit because it's cheaper. And that comes with the camera, the solar panel, camera bracket, antenna, micro USB cable, reset needle, screws, mounting home template, and quick starter guide. Now, if you buy the combination kit of the solar panel with the camera, it retails for $179.99. It does go on sale quite a bit, so you can get it. I've seen it as low as 20% off. If you buy the camera individually, the camera is $169.99. Really doesn't pay because the panel by itself is $24.99. So you save quite a bit of money if you buy the bundled kit. And I don't see why you wouldn't if you're going to be using this for outside. Now let's take a look at the video quality. Here's the video quality during the day. Okay, so here's the video quality at night. Sensors, I was having a problem with the video quality at night because I had a tree branch in the way and it was reflecting all the IR light. It was reflecting it back at the camera too close and I couldn't see it. So it looked like this, and then I went out and trimmed some bushes and now it looks like this. So it makes a big difference if you don't have things in the way blocking it, reflecting that IR light back into the camera, because then you don't get a good image. So keep that in mind when you're installing any security camera with night vision. Alright, so let's go take a look at the app and see what they have to offer as far as an app. Alright, here we are on my iPhone. This is iPhone and Android compatible. We're going to click on the Reolink application that you would download. Setup is really easy. It walks you through. It actually speaks to you. You hit this plus button right at the top here and you scan the barcode of the camera. It goes through the process of setting up your Wi-Fi and setting up everything, and it actually talks to you, and the app does a really good job. I already have my camera installed. I already have everything set up. I call it the north camera because it's the north side of my house, and I have it watching my gate. And we're going to click on it and we're going to see it right here. It's just loading, and you can turn it to the side and go full view. Click on this double thing here to stop it, and then you can go back to playing it so you can actually view it at real time. Because it is battery powered, you don't want to waste too much time. If you hit that microphone button, we can actually hear what it sounds like outside right now. We'll turn that off. You take a snapshot with this, boom, goes in there, and you could share it from there. You could record, so if you see something going on, you could start the recording process and then stop it. Again, you could share, you could do all kinds of stuff down here. I'm not going to go into that part. Right next to this, right now it's on low resolution. You can bump it up to full resolution, 1080p. It does go a little bit slower, and it is really nice because you can actually zoom in and see pretty good on that. And it does tell you to go back to fluent, so that way it's easier to see. It'll actually be faster. So we'll go back to fluent, we'll leave that there. Now, if you go up to the top up here, there's this little cog right here, and the battery, it's right out in the sun right now. The battery's at 100%, so this is where you can check it. This is where you can check your network. Display, if you click on that, you have a whole bunch of options in here that you can change. If you're having flickering problems or anything like that, you could change all different settings in this, which is nice for the display. The one that you're going to mess with the most is probably the PIR motion sensor. So we're going to click on this. You can turn it on or you can turn it off. You can do schedule, sensitivity. If you click on the schedule, you can make a schedule. I haven't really messed with that because I have it going 24/7. You can go in there and play with that. But the sensitivity I have played with. I've turned it up higher. You have a feature up here to reduce false alarms. I didn't see too much of a difference on this. I don't know if they're working on this, but I leave it off because I notice if I put the sensitivity down too much, it misses a lot of stuff. So I put the sensitivity up high. And eventually, after I'm done testing this, because I'm still testing it, I'll turn off alerts because the alerts are driving me insane because it picks up everything, but I don't want it to not miss anything. I'd rather have a recording that I don't get an alert from than not get anything at all, and that's kind of what I've been fighting with this camera a little bit. We can go onto camera recording. Now this does do 30-second intervals. You can change it to 15 seconds or 8 seconds. I think 15 seconds was the default. Because it's battery powered, when it gets motion, it'll only do it for a certain amount of time of recording. It's not continuous recording, so if you are looking for a continuous recording, a completely wireless free camera at this time is not really possible. You know, even the Arlo systems and other type of systems, they do intervals of recording. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a security system. Now we do have cloud recording. I just want to go through this real quick. They do give you 7 days and 1 gig of cloud recording, and you could change the resolution. You can put it on clear, you can put it on fluent. I left it on fluent just so I have some kind of stuff on cloud recording, and I'll show you how you can see the cloud recording. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. You can turn on notifications. There's a time-lapse feature that I tried playing with. I can even go into the details of the camera if I click on this at the top up here. Let's just go through what we have available. So we can talk here, and if I turn this on and then I tap the talk, I can start speaking and hearing at the same time. Believe it or not, out of all the camera systems that I've worked with, the voice isn't that bad. It's not loud, but it does kind of come out clearer. It's better than most that I've tried. Now the pan, tilt, zoom, I mean, we can look all the way down to the other side. We can go all the way up just to give you an idea of how much you can move in this camera. That's how high up it can go. And then we can turn it all the way around, and it does only go, it goes both ways, but there's a stopping point where you have to kind of go the other way. And we can see my messy deck right now, and I like this because I can look into my deck to see what's going on there. And this is where the stopping point's going to be, right here. Boom, that's the stopping point. Now I have to go all the way around, get it back into the position where I could actually have it facing the driveway. But it's nice if I have something going on. One thing I didn't like about this is it doesn't have like a home location where I could set this as the home, and no matter where I look I could just hit home and it go back. Doesn't have that. It also doesn't have tracking because it is a battery powered camera. It is a little limited. Now playback, let's go into playback right here. You just click that little clock symbol right there, and this is your playback. And this is one of the more unusual ways of doing playback, but it works out really well. You have individual playbacks that you can look at right here. At the bottom you have like a time playback, so you can click where you want to go, and then it gives you the group of playbacks, and then you pick one of them, whatever time you're looking at. And like I said, it's all around 30 seconds, and you can see this is mainly cars passing by my house, and I don't mind getting the cars. I really wanted it to go that far to get the cars because I like seeing what's going on in front of my house. And you can click on this timeline and move it along so you can see what's going on. Now, once you get a piece of video that you want, you could turn it on low or high, and then you can click at the top here. There's a little download button right at the top, and you can go ahead and download, and it'll tell you which version it's downloaded. It's the Fluent one, which is the low resolution. If you wanted high resolution, you got to go back through here and turn it up on high resolution, which is clear. And now we're at live view again. So if we go back by clicking on the camera name, which is North Camera, now we can go take a look at the cloud. And the cloud, I'm actually really impressed. But if you click on on cloud storage. I love the way the cloud storage works. They give you about 1 gig of cloud storage and you can go back for 7 days. Wish the actual app did it the way the cloud storage does, because I love the way you can just view all this and you can go back quite a bit. You could do all dates, you could pick the device you want. And that's basically the app. I'm pretty impressed. That was the app. My overall thoughts for this product: it's lacking in the smart home area. These camera systems that claim to work with Alexa or Google Assistant, they'll work for a little bit and then they'll fall off, or they don't keep up with their app, and you won't be able to actually get them on your Echo or Google devices. At least that's been my experience with most of these cameras that claim to be smart or have smart features. The motion sensor is a little bit tricky. I don't use alerts on most of my camera systems. I want them to capture the action, so I turn off alerts and I put the sensitivity high. And this is on any camera system. I want to make sure that I get what happens at my house opposed to me getting too many alerts. So I just turn off the alert feature. You can do that right here. Go in there, turn off that alert feature. If you put the features too low, like when I was installing the camera, it didn't catch me taking the ladder away. And that could have been something on my property that somebody stole. Not really good in that aspect, so I put the sensitivity up high and I just turned off alerts. And I just check the camera from time to time. And honestly, if you get enough alerts, you start ignoring them anyway. The app really wasn't that bad. I feel that the cloud service is a lot better, and you do get that for free for 7 days and 1 gig. The video quality I thought was really good, and the night vision works great. It gets everything I need to do once I trim that branch out of my way and it wasn't reflecting. And what I really loved about the system, that it was completely and utterly wireless. I mean, I could literally, as long as my Wi-Fi will go that far, I could throw a pole up anywhere in my yard or strap it to a tree or anything, and as long as I point the solar panel in the right direction and get the sunlight hitting it to charge it up, you could put it basically anywhere on your property, which I think is great. You can hide it up in a tree. It really doesn't take much battery. I think in the course of a day, it would use like 2 or 3%, and that was me with higher alerts. And the solar panel has been charging it. It's been keeping it at 100% since it got to 100%. It took a couple days to get to 100%, but once it got to that 100% mark, it really hasn't drained that much. I'm curious to see how this is going to work out in the winter months, because I am keeping this in the mix with my security setup because I really enjoy this camera. I also like the pan tilt feature. I think that is a great feature that most cameras should have. I love that I can look any which way. It was a little limited. It didn't have full mobility back and forth. There was a stopping point on both directions, horizontal and vertically. So with that said, I think it's a really good camera system if you're looking to get something completely wireless. I give it a 4 out of 5, guys. I think it's a really good camera system. For the price point, it's not too high and it's not too low. It's like right in the middle there. You're kind of really getting what you pay for. If it wasn't for the smart features and the over alerts, which I have a beef with most camera systems, yeah, it's definitely a 4 out of 5. I could see me adding more of these to my security setup. And I will be using it regularly for my camera setup, so if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer your questions. Plus, it helps me learn a little bit more about things that people are looking for. That's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if this helped you in any way. And if you find value in my videos, please ring the bell so you get notified when I make a video. And remember, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys. We're gonna be... Very adorable. This isn't a Marvel movie, guys. There's no secret ending, no strategy or something. Just hit like and subscribe and maybe click on one of the videos above. Don't know what to tell you.